It really makes me want to fucking go in. Like, because the charts don't lie. Like, look at this, man. When you see a high probability to double or triple your money, how about instead of me complaining like a little bitch, I fucking put in a little money, make some money, pull out my initials, I'm riding free.
A lot of you guys that follow me, you know that I've been focused on Andy. Now, Andy, the reason the background on how I found it is I was browsing Deck Screener looking for just kind of some things on the floor. There's been this whole like Pepe verse narrative, and Andy was one that I hadn't really seen take CT by storm yet. And I saw this one sitting on ETH, and I noticed that the contract address started with 0x68, and Pepe starts with 0x69. And in Matt Fury's The Boys Club, Andy and Pepe are friends. And I figure, well, there's been some attempts to, have an Andy on other chains, but it would make a lot more sense to me that Andy, a friend of Pepe's in this Matt Fury comic series, would be on Pepe's native chain, being Ethereum. And actually, it's worked out quite nice because we've actually seen a lot of Pepe whales begin to aggressively accumulate Andy and support. So it's really cool. What's awesome about this project as well is that I realized that this project, this meme coin, is 97% community owned. Some say that's not a good thing because there's not a huge wallet sitting there, or we can easily plow through exchange listings and pay for marketing and stuff. But I actually say it's a great thing. And the reason it's a great thing is because we are building a grassroots army and have been crowdsourcing deep six figures to basically pay for everything that we need, which is just awesome. It's a fantastic project to be a part of, and nothing has ever been done like this. No project has ever gone basically from zero without any insiders, without any wallets set aside for exchange listings or KOLs or marketing. And this is all literally just a bunch of like minnows, dolphins, sharks, and then some whales all pitching in under a collective and a common objective. And you guys know me, I'm a technician, right? We're pushing 2 hours right now. You guys see the charts that I make. You guys see the stuff that I focus on. What got me most excited about Andy was, yes, there's the fundamental thesis where it's tied to Pepe through, Matt Fury, the creator of Pepe and the comic series, Boys Club. And then, of course, the contract address on ETH is 0x68 and Pepe 0x69. But what gets me most excited about it is the chart above all else. And I've been tracking this thing, and I first called it out publicly here on YouTube at sub 5 million. I did some analysis when it was lower. Right now, it's sitting at about 67 million. I cannot believe how closely it is tracking the fractal of Pepe from last year. And here they are side by side. Here's Andy right now on the left, and here's Pepe on the right. You could feel any type of way you want about it. You could say, I don't like the meme, I prefer other ones. I'm a technician. I lean into the charts. And when I look at this chart, I say, well, I'll be
Bro,
damned. I
that
wonder
is
if we're
so
taking this.
bullish. I don't have any Andy, but this chart, like, it really makes me want to fucking go in. Like, because the charts don't lie. Like, look at this, man. Because, I've always thought, like, all right, Andy on Blast. To me, that one has made sense because it's yellow on the yellow blockchain. But where is Andy on Blast now? I think it's like dumped to shit, to be honest. And so, you see, I'm not one to argue. Like, remember how I was talking earlier about like how I feel like Caspa is overvalued, and yet I'm still going in big. I feel like Litecoin is way better than Caspa, but I'm still buying Caspa. I feel. Learn to separate yourself from how you feel. You see, sometimes it doesn't fucking matter how you feel as much as it matters what is actually going to go down. See, so many people stop themselves from making money because they only focus on what they feel instead of what's actually going to happen. And when you show this chart and we set aside how I feel, like I felt like Blast Andy is, I thought that was the one. Well, the market feels a different way than me. The market thinks something different. So, who really cares about the feelings at the end of the day? If Andy is gonna fucking blast off here, like that Pepe chart, can you measure that Pepe move? Kind of
I
like from the
can.
midpoint.
Yeah,
Are you able
I
to?
can. And actually, I've got another one I'm going to share as well because this is just the first leg on Pepe, right? So from Pepe, we'll just say right around here. This is about. Oops, it's not showing it. We'll take a measured move with this tool instead. So from this midpoint, this is about 400% right here. But to be clear, this is actually I've got a different fractal which actually shows the entirety of the move. So it actually gets crazier. And again, I've been tracking this literally since 5 million, and it is literally following the Pepe playbook to a T, man. And again, I'm not greater than the market. I just trade the charts, and the charts are telling me one thing, and I have a decision to make. Whether I want to feel as though I can control the narrative or just submit to it as a market participant. So I look at this and I go, how the hell are we tracking literally perfectly? Is it because Pepe whales have started accumulating? Is it because we have a similar market maker, which we do? Is it because we're timing out our centralized exchange listings the same way that Pepe did? By the way, we've got 2 more coming this week. We are like chugging along. And additionally, everybody that wanted out of this pump that didn't understand, there were plenty of people distributing in here. And when we went under the most intense stress tests, when there was a war that broke out this weekend, one of the quickest names to recover was Andy. All of the sellers, all of the people that wanted to get out are gone now. Now we just have holders. I haven't sold a single thing because my thesis is somewhat similar to yours, Crash, where I'm only interested in selling my Andy or my Pepe or any altcoin when I see Bitcoin dominance going down, for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So again, so far we are taking this playbook one for one. So if it does continue to play out, Pepe peaked at about 1.5 billion. This would take us to just shy of a billion right up here. Taking a measured move from roughly where it's at, Pepe went up 1,353%. And that would take Andy, basically up here. This would be about a 12, 13, 14x from here. And again, it would happen in, maybe the next couple weeks or so. And, again, it's just incredible how they are lining up so similar. It's like you can say or feel, like whatever, people want about the chart or, this or that, but it's like, look at the chart, bro. Like it's literally like it's doing it's doing the same thing, man. It's crazy, like you can't make this up. You can't make this up with centralized listings right around the corner. Um, it's pretty incredible, man. So yeah, just wanted to throw this out there, man. It's something that I'm working very hard on to help these guys out. Again, it's all community run. And again, we are, for whatever reason, we are taking it right out of the Pepe playbook, man. I'll just pull up this first chart again. But it's a really awesome, it's an awesome story, right? Like it's kind of an underdog story. It's a project that didn't have any funding. There's no insiders. There's no, anybody to fund this thing. It's literally, I put up a community wallet for everybody because I was like, we need exchange listings. We raised over $250,000. I personally put in 90,000 myself, and we got listed on MEXC. And we've got 2 other exchanges coming later this week, maybe a third. And the chart looks like this, so it's like, again, I'm a technician, and until the chart looks different, I'm gonna continue to just roll with the punches, man, because the market speaks. I just listen. But anyways, it
I
looks
mean, it's a
really interesting.
fact. It's a fact that Andy is held up pretty much better than any meme in the entire market, really, to be honest. Like, that's feelings aside, it has. I can't deny it. And anyone who wants to deny it or hate on that or shit on that, that's on them. Are these people probably allergic to money? Yeah, probably. Have they even made like $50,000 in the last year? Probably not. So, then I just look at these people who are shitting on this. Like, I don't have a position in Andy, but you're making me want to buy in like right now through this chart because I'm not someone who is going to fight the chart or be emotional towards it. If I see a chance to make money, and I see what you're showing me. And by the way, right, you have your own take on the chart. Now it's up to me to decide as a participant in the market, do I see what you're showing me or do I completely disagree? Does it make sense? Are you lying to me or is it something that it's not? And from what I can tell, you're literally just laying out the facts to me. You're showing me, look,
That's it.
the pattern is the exact same as Pepe. It's holding up better than anything in the entire market. Do what you will. You're not telling me I have to buy or anything. You're just putting it up there for me, and you're making me want to buy because I mean, look at it. So
Yeah, I
I
mean, you
mean,
could, you
look,
know,
I'm just gonna say I have not bought in any Andy. I have zero. I'm pissed. Max didn't tell me earlier about Andy. Uh, but also I never told Max about Brett earlier. I mean, everyone here who follows me, you guys got into Brett at like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million. Everyone, found out about Brett early. I wish I got into Andy earlier. Um, but
I
this
mean,
is
hey,
looking
you
pretty
always
good.
feel like you're late, right? So I mean, like we're looking at Andy and we were looking at Brett earlier, right? It's like we've seen
Oh,
Brett
I'm
go
not
to
saying it's true,
700
bro.
mil market cap and Andy go to 70 million right now. Well, Bitcoin dominance has been in an 18-month uptrend. I mean, what if Bitcoin dominance starts to nuke for 9 months? What do you think that the charts are going to look like then? You're going to see Andy at 2 to 5 billion. You're going to see Brett over 10 billion. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's like people always kind of feel like they've missed it. I mean, dude, I felt like I missed Pepe right here, and I actually ended up buying some Pepe right on this breakout. And then I wrote it into the Binance listing up here and sold near the top, which was, I was very thankful to be able to do that. But I felt like I had missed Pepe because I saw all these guys, they were flashing like they turned $1,000 into $1,000,000 and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I missed this. But then I submitted to it because of how the chart looked. And I remember I have literally, you could go back on my Twitter if somebody wanted and try to find me. I was posting this setup and I was like, this shit is curling. And I threw 15K at it right here, like publicly. And no one cared what I was doing at the time on Twitter. But I submitted to the chart. Like I capitulated in and I said, you know what? If this thing goes on to go to $1 billion market cap, and right here, Pepe was at maybe like it was 9 figures, it was like 100 or 150 maybe. I said, if this thing goes on to pull another 10x, I'm going to feel like crap about myself. It was an emotional insurance policy because the chart looked good. And who am I to say what the chart is doing is right or wrong? And I'm just here, like you said, Crash, I'm just here presenting the evidence to people. I'm like, I'm holding my full bag. I got in lower. I haven't sold a damn thing. And whether I sell is not dependent on what number I'm up or down. I can't believe that we're living in like a Black Mirror episode and they're going to let us run back the Pepe playbook from 2023. I, I I'm so thankful that we get to run it back again. Like, look at this chart. It's not made up. Like, this is literally here on TradingView. You can put it on your own chart, everybody. Like, I can't believe how this chart looks right now, and it's just, you're a trader, right? If you're listening, you're a trader, you're an investor, you have to decide for yourself if you like how it looks. But I'm looking at this going, what the hell, man? This is literally
You know,
tracking one for one right now.
another
Unbelievable.
way I
It's just
look
a
at
trade.
it, what's the probability if I put 15,000 into Andy right now? The probability I will double my money based on this chart extremely high. I believe that. That's my analysis. Someone else can look at this and say, "Oh, this time's different," or "I don't think so." Okay, that's your take. When I look at this chart, I look at it. I'm like, all right, if I were to put 15,000 into Andy here, set aside my emotions, my feelings, whatever I think, and just if I put 15K, will I be up 30K? I'm like 90% sure I would be up on going into Andy here. And then guess what? If you're up double, you can sell half of your position and now you're riding risk free on what could blow up, or maybe it doesn't blow up as much. But when you see a high probability to double or triple your money, to then sit there and be emotional and hate on it instead of just be like, okay, how about instead of me complaining like a little bitch, I fucking put in a little money, make some money, pull out my initials, I'm riding free. You know, dude, you're about to make me buy a bag of this shit. Um,
I mean, it could just be a
Obviously,
trade for you. Like, obviously, you're just, you're supporting me and you like the story and you're a trader. Like, you see a chart and you recognize how a chart looks. There's no emotions in it, right? Like, it's just you look at the chart and you're like, okay, I could double my money. I could ride it to the 4.618. It doesn't matter. There shouldn't be any emotions in any of this. Like there isn't. People get emotional about memes because it's like, oh, talk about my meme or my meme is funnier than yours. Dude, I don't care. Look at the chart, like it's just a trade. I'm an investor. Like
All
I
right,
think the
all
chart
right.
looks fucking incredible.
I'm gonna buy 15,000 of Andy.
Let's
I'm
go.
not I'm not I'm not saying like because like obviously I'm probably not going to turn at this point on Andy like 15,000 into 5 million like Brett or um I'm not going to probably make millions of dollars like like realistically. Okay, let's say Andy were to hit a billion market cap from here. That means I would turn 15K into around like 180K.
Yeah.
Now, for some people, that's like really, really good. And I'm not going to say that like that's not good for me, but also, okay, 15K into 180K for me. Well, I'm also like 15K into 5 million on Brett, 30K and 1.2 million on Resistance Dog, 30K and 1.2 million on Bobo. So, like, to me, based on how I've positioned myself previous to this, 15K to 180K or like 15K and 100K, it doesn't like get me like crazy about it. But objectively, like I can be like, all right, I can put 15K. I'll be up double, triple, quadruple, 5x. I'll take out my initials. I'm writing free. Now I'm with Max on a trade that I'm just going based on the charts. If I disagreed with Max, like if I thought this chart was incorrect, I would say that. I would be like, no, your chart sucks. I don't like your trade. But that's not the case. Like this shit looks really fucking good. And
It's
I'm not
fucking
gonna
good.
deny that. So yeah, I'll chuck in 15K to Andy once we're done with the stream, and I'll provide proof. I'll provide proof to everyone too, bro. I'll
All right.
I'll put proof. I'm not saying like I'm gonna ride or die, because why would I ride or die with something that I'm not gonna make like 10 million plus dollars on personally? Now, a lot of you guys in Andy, you might actually make a million, 5 million, 10 million plus, especially if you're in already. And some of you, it's just going to be a good trade. You're going to turn like 15K probably to 30K, 40K, 100K plus potentially. It's just a good trade, you know. Once again, do I get crazy excited about turning 15K and 100K? Not really, but can I objectively see that that's a great trade? Yes. Am I going to ride or die for that to the end? Like I am on Brett right now. No, because my position isn't as big as Brett. It's not as big as Resistance Dog. It's not as big as Bobo. So I'm not going to ride or die, but I will take out my initials when I'm up double, triple, quadruple, and ride free. And now I have exposure to the Andy on ETH. And hey, shit, maybe I still buy the Andy on Blast if it's floored out and it looks good too. Who knows? We'll
We
see.
just trade the charts, bro. It's like it's not emotional. It's a good trade setup. It's that simple. People that don't get that, you can't help them. You're a trader. You're an investor.
Dude,
Same with me. You know.
people are people are front running me on Andy right now, bro. I haven't even had a chance to buy. People are already buying Andy before me now. I mean, at the end of the day, people have bought Andy before me. I'm just gonna have to accept that. But like, also, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, um, like salty about it. At the end of the day, like, look at that chart. Like the
Yeah, I mean it's
upside
getting
potential
ready.
is there. And
It's
and obviously it's floored out, right? It's pretty floored out. It's really stabilized, and obviously it's stabilized in the worst market conditions. Like when the market was crashing, it's been holding up like that. So hey, market doesn't lie, bro. You know, um, it's a
well,
good trade.
welcome to the Andy Army, bro. Seriously. It's gonna be a great trade, and obviously the work that I'm doing to try to help the community, and the chart looks like this. So, fingers crossed. And again, we'll keep doing everything we can. But we've been going for about 2 hours, and I want you to be able to get your entry on Andy. I don't want you to get front run too much. So I think this is probably a good place to call it here. Guys, thanks so much for being here. Before you go, please consider liking the video and also subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. Last but not least, check out the links below that will take you to Crash's social media. He's an absolute beast in these markets. You probably will not make it this cycle if you don't follow Crash. That is a threat. That is a warning. That is full disclosure. You must follow Crash. His links are down in the description below. And again, Crash, thanks so much for being here, man. I had a great time. Looking forward to you joining the Andy Army. And of course, I'm already a part of the Brett Army, man. Of course, I got my hoodie on. But again, Crash, thanks for
Of
being here,
course, for
brother.
me, for me, it's mostly like objectively that it just looks like an amazing trade. Like I said, I'm very transparent with people. Like, aka, I'm fucking bullish as hell on Brett, Bobo, Resistance Dog, and I'm very bullish on this chart setup you've presented me and Andy. And I'm gonna take a shot, and I think it'll pay off, and I think it looks really good. So, you know, I'm not ride or die, but I am fucking. I see it. I see it looks good. So
Appreciate you, bro.
cool.
All right, guys, like and subscribe, follow Crash below, and we'll see you next time. Take care.